Hey folks, here I am up in the beautiful Pacific Northwest, Washington State, Zone 7B, and here is a tour of my garden. So, here through the garden gate, here is my Brussels sprouts. They're in this mesh house to try and keep them free of cabbage moth, cabbage butterfly, and mealybugs. And in this bed I also have a tomato potato. Here at the bottom you can see the potato is coming out. And there's the tomato. Lovely little cherry tomatoes, very sweet. Really good. And I've also got a couple of sweet potatoes in here. Never grown them before. So just seeing how they do. Excuse the truck. Traffic noise. This bed is my onions and leeks. I harvested quite a few leeks yesterday, and as you can see the onions are falling over, so those will be ready to pick soon. Over here I have my very short sunflowers. Unfortunately they aren't growing very tall this year, but they are pretty. There's a peppercini plant, quite loaded with peppers. Here is my quinoa in these blue Tupperware, 15-gallon Tupperware containers. Doing really, really well. And next to that is my winter squash bed. I have, I believe, 5 or 6 varieties of winter squash in here. Delicata, Speckled Hound, Sweet Lightning, Loofah, let's see, Jumbo Pink Banana, and Gallo des Isons. You can see the Sweet Lightning right there. And then over on the other side, we have the Jumbo Pink Banana there. And on the outside of the fence, there's one of the Gallo des Isons resting on that bucket. Alright. Here is one of the 2 bean towers that I have. I have Vortex, Blue Lake, and Pink Striped Greasy on this tower. It's doing very, very well. The second tower is not doing as well. I have Wax Beans, Blue Lake, and Vortex. This bed just doesn't do well. I'm not sure why. Maybe lack of sun, not enough water. I haven't quite figured it out yet. It's got the same soil as the other beds. Here's my cucumber bed. All these cucumbers you see here that are lying low are the pickling cucumbers. And there at the back I have Pepinex, lemon, and Bariz cucumbers. Here is tomato bed number 1. You see some basil there in the front. What you can see mostly here is the cherry tomatoes in the front. I have 3 varieties, Honey Bunch, Sweet Aperitif, and Sun Sugar. The Sweet Aperitif is heirloom and the other 2 are hybrids. And then I've got heirloom tomatoes behind those. Dr. White Cheese Yellow, Caspian Pink, and a Giant Belgium. And here's tomato bed number 2. These are all heirlooms. I have Giant Belgium, Large Barred Boar, Pink Berkeley Tie-Dye, Rose, Ananas Noir, Carbon, and Japanese Black Truffle. Okay, if we go along here, here's kind of my miscellaneous catch-all bed. You can see a Swiss chard there in the corner. I've got bush beans, kale, mostly not lacinato, but I do have a red Russian right there. And then I've got a couple of pepper plants there. I've also planted some carrots here. I had my cabbages, but I pulled those up and put in some carrots, and those are coming up well. Here is my summer squash, zucchini actually, and my dent corn. That's really tall. I also have a little volunteer tomato plant in there. I'm sure you can see it. Coming up. Came up in the chicken manure, so we'll see what happens with that one. Over here is my peppers. I have Gypsy, that's a hybrid. And then I have Quadrato Ostialo. That is a heirloom, as well as the Ghost Chili and Lemon Drop heirloom, and the eggplants back there. Those are long purple eggplants. That's also an heirloom. Here I have some heirloom carrots growing up under these peppers. And I just planted, and it's just come up, some heirlooms of kohlrabi. I can't remember the exact variety, but they were an heirloom variety. Here is my potato bed. I am growing French fingerlings. It's starting to look a little sad now. Plants are starting to die back, but that's good. That means soon we'll be harvesting some potatoes. On the outside of the garden, I have a couple of blueberry plants. Two varieties here, Blue Crop and Chandler. They have had quite a few blueberries this year. More than I was expecting. Done really, really well. Let's go down to the greenhouse. Okay, here in the greenhouse is a sweet potato in a pot. And then there are my watermelons. Those are also in a pot. I have a couple of those. Another volunteer tomato. And that's it for here. We'll go down to the orchard next and see what's going on there. Okay, here in the orchard, I only have two trees that are really doing anything right now. This is the Shiro plum, and as you can see, it is loaded. I mean, so much fruit that the branches are touching the ground. In fact, a few branches have broken. Yeah, we're going to get a ton of plums off of this year. Over here is my frost peach. It has quite a few fruit on it, not anything spectacular. It's really tall. I'm going to have to prune it this year. But we'll get a nice amount of fruit off that, at least enough for a pie. And I'll just finish up with a little peek here at Shadow, my broody hen. Here she is, protecting the babies. Sorry, the chickens are having a fit. And here she is protecting her adoptive babies. A couple little Cayuga ducklings. She actually has 4 of them under there. And 4 more eggs that haven't hatched yet. I expect they'll hatch in the next couple of days. Aren't they cute? Well, thanks everybody for watching, and thank you Mumbai Balcony Gardener for requesting this video. We'll see you guys later. Hey, check out my blog, www.wornoutgardener.blogspot.com. Bye!